Good afternoon, fellow traders. Hey, it's Black Coffee Trader coming at you on a Wednesday, FOMC day, January 28th. And I had an ugly day, ugly day. In fact, I was so upset. I mean, I'm smiling now, but I was so upset at lunch. I turned the computer off and walked away. I was really upset with just, as you can see, very red. Did not trade my take profit accounts. The Lucid accounts were down over 600 a piece on those. And honestly, that was really what kind of set the tone for the day. I got into a gold trade last night, and this is just frustrating. Went in here thinking, after the market opened last night, this was, I don't know, around 8 p.m. or so. And as we tested the New York highs yesterday in gold, I thought, man, this thing is going to go. I'm confident this is going to go. And I was just sized too big and got stopped out 2, 3, well, this was a little winning trade, but 2 times stopped out and just on the Lucid accounts. And just, yeah, it was over after that. And then to see this move happen, it just put me in a bad spot. And I was trading, for, ins and outs in the overnight session, and then just decided to get aggressive with these Lucid accounts. Yeah, it just created a bad day. And then to add insult to injury, I decided, I've been struggling a little bit on the Apex accounts recently for whatever reason. And my game plan here this morning for today was, hey, if we get a pullback on the Russell down into this area, and if we look like we're going to hold this, I'm going to look for a long back to the upside. And it didn't really happen. Like the move didn't happen today, but this was what happened on the Apex accounts. We got the move down. I was patient. And then, when we started to get this push back out of this area, I go long, got it, could have exited here with, I don't know, $70 maybe in profit across each account. Pull back, stopped out, break even, which I was fine with that. And then, re-entered after the little pop, got stopped out for about $80. Re-entered here on this little pop thinking, hey, it's a double bottom. Got stopped, wick stop right there, nasty wick. And then I entered for the 4th time on this pop above this high. Entered there and just took a little loss there. But we really didn't go anywhere. But it was just a frustrating day. I mean, that's all there is to say. I was just frustrated. I was completely frustrated. And after this last stop, I was like, this is done. In fact, during this trade, or when I went long there, I also went long on the Lucid accounts on the NASDAQ, looking for this pop off the prior day high and looking for this to continue to move. And that failed again, and that's really what I don't know. At that point, I was like, I have to just shut down. I literally went to QuantGuard and hit lock trading, and I just locked myself out of all my accounts. So is what it is. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all the trades. I traded a bunch. The trades are not all loaded because of the Trade-Evade issue. So I don't know. I'm doubtful that that's going to be reinstated, but maybe it does. I don't know. I'm not worried about it. It is what it is. And going forward also, on the Lucid accounts, I am going to use these as kind of my degens. I really am. I'm just going to take Lucid, and that's going to be my degen account. And if I blow them up, I blow them up. That's all there is to it. I am not happy with Apex. My drawdown on all of my Apex and the take profit accounts is now, around that $1,000 mark, except for the new ones. I think we still have about 1,600 on those. But anyway, I've just been in a red funk and a little bit of a red streak. And I talked about it earlier this week. FOMC week is usually not a good week for me. And today was typically one of those. It was just one of those days. And I just, what more is there to say? But anyway, hopefully this will be updated tomorrow and we'll get a full impact. But you can see 2% win rate. I did not have very many wins at all. It was just a death by 1,000 cuts, kind of an overnight trading and morning session. Looking at the week, we definitely did some damage. The Apex accounts were now down almost 700 per account, so definitely hurt. The Lucid accounts were down $500. Obviously, the good news is didn't take profit, so we're still down 22. But we've got a $14,000 red week in 3 days, so yeah, not good at all. So I might just, I don't know if you have a comment on this, leave it below. But I might split up my Apex accounts. I've had these accounts for a long time, and like, for example, account number 90, I've had that for 98 trading days now. So, I mean, I'm almost at 100 days. That's quite a while. I mean, I'm sure there's people that have them way longer than that, but here's what I'm thinking. I might break these into groups of 5 and just trade one group and trade them aggressively and really try to push them towards a payout. Because here's what I tend to hold accounts for a while, but I just tend to progressively kind of bleed worse. And then I end up blowing some accounts. Now, I might be able to revive these, and that's totally fine too. But I was just thinking, man, Apex has this 90% off sale. Why not be aggressive with maybe 5 of them and just see if I can, maybe put on some bigger size and see if I can push them and get them back up into a healthy position. And if I blow them, I just get 5 more evals for $20. So I don't know. That's kind of my thought process. Maybe I'm not thinking correctly. Maybe I'm still frustrated a little bit, but yeah. I am committed though. Lucid is going to be kind of my degen. I'm going to really open up the drawdown that I'm allowing myself daily on those. And if I blow those, I blow those. I'm just going to use those as my accounts where I can kind of scratch the trading itch and maybe test some things. Yeah, something's got to change because I don't know. Again, maybe I'm just overthinking it just due to having a couple red days, but I'm just frustrated having 27 accounts and we just kind of do this. We don't really go anywhere. We have some good days or good weeks, and then we lose out a little bit, and we kind of come back up here, and we're just kind of in this consolidation. And yeah, it just that's where I'm at. So where I'm at mentally. I'm just sharing it. So let me know if you think I'm off my rocker. I very well might be, but anyway, hey, that's today, and it's a red day. We're moving on. Tomorrow's a new day. Maybe you need to slow down a little bit, but yeah, just want to get this update out there. At least I feel better. I'm happier. I'm smiling now. At lunch today, I was about ready to throw my computer, mouse, keyboard, and everything out the window. I was very, very upset. So it's a good thing I don't live stream because maybe it would have been good because that would have got some views. But anyway, all right, I'll leave you with that. Thanks for following along. Appreciate you guys. We'll get this thing back on the right track eventually here. So thanks for following along. That's today's update. Catch up with you on the next one. Take care, and so long.